So y'all want to know why Kobe Lobby was shut down for 2 weeks? I'm still trying to really figure that out myself. But I'll tell you what I know so far. Kobe Lobby was shut down for 2 weeks because I had to become a man. Thought I was a man prior. Nah, well, I was wrong. Try to get through this without shedding a tear. And this one ain't a joke. I wish it was a joke. This one ain't a joke. It's still hard for me to talk about a very considerable person. And this type of information, if you have any love for me whatsoever, is going to floor you completely. And I hate being the bearer of bad news, even if I'm the victim in the situation. I hate being the bearer of bad news. And with that said, I have some bad news. I know I have a lot of emotional attachment to this. I was in a very emotional state when I wrote this, but I tried my best to paint a vivid picture for your imagination, kind of engulf your imagination in the scenario, put you in the room. So hopefully I did that with this piece here. So I hope you guys enjoy. Keep your joints lit. Still very fresh for me, so try to get through this without shedding a tear. This is not a joke. I wish it was. I know my last one was a joke. This is not a joke. All right. So this is how I became a man. In the stillness of the hospital room, under the sterile glow of the fluorescent lights, I stood at the precipice of a profound transformation. The weight of my son in my arms was paradoxically light and yet heavier than the world. His tiny chest was still, and his heartbeat was silent. And in that moment of heartbreaking stillness, I felt the last vestiges of his infanthood slip away. For years, I had meandered through life with a sense of incompleteness, a feeling derived from previous incomprehensible tragedies. Facing challenges, made solo decisions, and lived through joys and sorrows, but always with a lingering doubt about myself, about my identity and my strength. Figure that's common though. But as I held my son, a beautiful boy who would never take a breath, never open his eyes to the world, my heart was shattered and forged anew simultaneously. The grief was crucible, burning away the joy recently built, leaving behind the pure, unyielding essence of a father just wanting to protect his firstborn son. I imagine fatherhood as a journey of guiding a young life through the wonders and trials of the world, instead finding myself a guardian of memory, a keeper of a flame that had flickered out before it could fully ignite. One day planning a baby shower, then in one breath, I'm planning a funeral. Yet in this role, I have discovered a depth of a character not yet encountered, mixed with familiar energy. The days that followed, of course, were a blur of condolences, arraignments, and the quiet murmur of a life moving relentlessly forward with heavy head and heavy foot. But within, a quiet resolve deep within took root, wanting to become a pillar for my lady, a rod amidst the tempest of our shared sorrow, hiding my pain so she can feed from strength. It was not a celebration, but a solemn acknowledgement that life is precious, fragile, and sometimes heartbreakingly brief. In embracing the pain and shouldering the burden of loss, I stepped into a new understanding of what a man really is. All that's left is barreling vivid hypothetical thoughts of what would have been, falling so deep in love for the fictional timeline that we tried so hard to manifest. That's all we got left. So in the quiet moments when the world sleeps and the moon shines bright above and it's just Kobe Jr. and I whisper a lullaby to my son. I held but never uplifted. I felt kick but never saw walk. I seen his face but never saw it smile. And in those whispers there is a strength, a tenderness, and a wisdom that marks the true measure of the man I became. Thank you, son. Thank you, Kobe Jr. Never meeting you taught me so much. Thank you for the everlasting pain, setting a blaze of well of evergreen motivation that had previously ignited 14 years ago. I'll think of you whenever I need strength on this treacherous floating mineral y'all left me. Thank you for making me the strong man I am today. I am now a man. Excuse me.